they shifted the theater on us. They gave us originally a theater with about 190 seats, and we were oversubscribed by just a handful, and because we were trying to keep it tight, but they moved us into a bigger theater. That's why there's more space. Otherwise, we'd have filled this one up too. But so please come on in and sit down and make yourself. Let me introduce our Congressman, Steve King, who's here with us tonight. I don't know if there's any, you have a crowd, so of course you want to say something, so go ahead.
I wanted to say very quickly that when I found out that Rick Santorum was going to be back in Iowa, and I had an opportunity to be here tonight for this premiere of the movie, to lend my support to this cause and to the strength of the family that you've done as much as anyone I know in this country is strengthening the family. I wanted to be here just to help support and endorse that. The Santorum family gets it right, and that's a good model for all the rest of America. Bless you, Rick.
Thank you. Governor Branstad was actually here earlier. He promised he couldn't stay, but he said that he would take the whole family to the movie on the 22nd. So, it's wonderful support. I want to thank everybody who organized and put this together. I don't know if they're here yet. Jill Latham and Nick Ryan for their help and support, but and all the folks who you saw out there who were checking the boxes and getting the tickets, and everybody put a great effort together. Cindy is here. Cindy Brown. Patty Brown. Cindy Brown. Patty Brown. Where's Patty? Did Patty leave? Okay. So thank Patty, thank Nick, thank Jill, thank everybody who put this all together. Just a couple of words before we start the film. People have asked me, and they did out there, what is a politician doing in the movie business? And my general stock answer is that if liberal producers and actors can get involved in politics, then conservative politicians can get involved in movies. But here's the fact, and the reason I'm here today is because the people of Iowa gave me a great gift. They gave me a gift by rallying behind me and supporting me in the caucuses. They gave me an opportunity to have something that is not ultimately what I wanted, which is to be president, but it gave me something else. It gave me the gift of notoriety, of fame, celebrityship, which Karen and I, after the campaign, we prayed a lot. What are we going to do with this gift? What are we going to do to take what has been given to us and be good stewards of this gift, of fame, if you will? And so we thought about it, and of course we started Patriot Voices, and we stay involved in politics. But as far as what was I going to do as a business person, what was I going to do to take this gift and make it meaningful? And this opportunity came around to get involved in a company that is focused on making movies about faith. Hollywood does a lot of things, and you'll probably be in the movie theaters over the holidays to see some really entertaining, fun stuff. But they don't do faith. And when they do faith, it's not very pretty. And it's not authentic. And we've seen faith being pushed and marginalized in society. It's been pushed out of our schools. It's being pushed out of our public square. It's ridiculed and demonized. Institutions have been criticized and torn down. And I just felt that if I had an opportunity to be able to present faith in an authentic way that shows how important it is in the lives of people in the world today, that would be a good thing for our country, and of course a good thing for the kingdom. And what better way to take a gift than to do it, to return it back to the country that gave it to you and to the God that gave it to you. So that's what we're doing. This film is not a film I made, so if any of you are critical that you weren't casted in it, that's why. The only person who legitimately could complain about that, and he did, by the way, on the radio today, was Simon Conway, because it's a British film. I mean, so unless you have a great British accent, you're not going to be casted in this film. But we did not produce it. This film was brought to us after it was made, and they asked us to come to our company, Echo Light Studios, to distribute it. And so my job over the last 2.5 months since we were given this beautiful movie is to go out and promote it and let people know about it across the country so folks will come and see it. The movie is going to be in about 400 plus theaters across the country. It will be in this theater, not necessarily this theater, but in this in Jordan Creek, and we'll be over in Johnston here in the Des Moines area, and we'll have a theater in Omaha for those of you in the Council Bluffs area. There'll be one in Sioux City and one in Cedar Rapids. I'm working on Davenport right now, but so far nothing in Davenport. But that's where the movie's going to be in Iowa, and the whole point of what we're trying to do is to provide. I always say the Echo Light Studios, my company, I want to be the Pixar of faith movies, and that is quality entertainment for the family that uplifts and inspires. And challenges sometimes on the issue of authentic faith. And I hope when you see this movie, again, I think this is the version where Max Lucado is at the front of it. I hope that's the one we're looking at. So Max will be at the beginning of the movie and introduce the movie. But it is based on a book by Max Lucado, and it is a film that the cinematographer, the director of photography, is the guy that did all the Harry Potter films. So it's a beautifully shot film. The actors and actresses, you have folks who played in Braveheart, people that played in The Hobbit, you have folks that played in Sherlock Holmes, Les Miserables, and then of course the added attraction, Susan Boyle, the singer from Britain, makes her acting debut in this film. It's a small part, but she sings a beautiful song that's actually going to be on her CD. Sony's putting out her CD later this month, and the music from this and the score is beautiful. It was actually the folks who did it as a beautiful orchestration. So it's a lovely movie, and it's what for a long time, faith movies were not very well made and not very good quality and not very good acting. And I look at it as, if we can't make God entertaining, beautiful, and of high quality, then shame on us. And I think we've sort of let our guard down and haven't engaged in trying to shape the culture, and we're seeing the consequence of it. Well, you folks in Iowa, I know you care about those things, and you make it known, and you do a great job in upholding that in the political process. And I just want to introduce to you the next front, if you will, on trying to take back this country. It's not just a political front, but it's trying to take back the popular culture and for something that is good and true and beautiful and sacred. And so I'm now going to ask Margaret to tell me why she's standing here.
Because I was giving you these cue cards.
Okay.
We have all this literature if someone wants to know more about the film.
Right. On the way out, these are, I'd love for you to take these, a few of them, and take them back to your church. To get in contact, there's some sheets here and some cards that you can fill out on ways you can help to make sure that November 22nd is a very successful night. That's the opening of this film. Now, you may have noticed there's another movie coming out that day. It's called The Hunger Games 2. And people have asked, why are you going up against The Hunger Games? And we thought about this because the folks who booked the theaters told us, you're going to have a hard time getting theaters to take this movie because Hunger Games is going to take 4 screens, and then you have all the other movies that are coming out during the holiday season, and you're going to have a hard time getting in. I said, yeah, but this is a Christmas movie. I can't take a Christmas movie out in September. And they said, well, try late October. I said, no, the whole point of this movie is not just to put the movie out there, but it's to have an impact. And I can tell you this film has already had an impact just on the screenings we've done. And it has to be during the Christmas time. That's when people are open to coming to a Christmas movie and can be impacted by it. And so we thought about it, and we said, okay, what's the best time to bring this movie out where we have a chance to put it out and have a few weeks for it to grow and hopefully get into other theaters. And we looked at it and we said, it really is November 22nd. We have to come out this weekend. And they said, well, it's the Hunger Games. It's against the biggest, broadest release of the year. And I said, David and Goliath, exactly, perfect. That's exactly what we want. We want to come out against the biggest movie of the year. and show that people not just don't want to go see kids kill each other, but actually go to a movie that's uplifting and is about what Christmas is about. So that's what this movie is. This movie is about, in one word, or maybe a few words, God is with us. Because you have a lot of people in this movie who don't think he is. And it's beautiful in that regard. Pastor Amon, do you have anything you'd like to add to that?
Can we open with prayer?
I was just, as you raised your hand, I said, why don't Terry, you lead us in a prayer?